We are going to get our top side and our silver side. As you're going to see, there's a difference. The top side is on the outer part of the leg of a walking cow or a bull. On the outer side of the hind leg is the top side, but on the inside is actually the silver side. But here, after removing it, you're going to see the difference between, there's actually a very slight difference between the two, from even how they physically look. We're going to see that. Let's remove it first. There is that weak line between the cuts, so you're just going to follow. So you need to be very careful to prevent damaging the other cut as you pass your knife in between. So as you can see, a difference between this part and now the top side and the silver side. Let's get it out. This was the osupuko now. So silver side and top side. Osupuko now is coming out vividly because we are going to follow the joint here and remove the osupuko here. But for now, we are focusing on the silver side. Let's go. So you can see there is a tiny lining between the cuts. So it's up to this bone. Here we go now, it's almost out. Now these are two cuts. We have the top side and the silver side. So the two cuts are boneless, both of them. They are from the hind leg, as you can see. There's a difference between here and here. You can already see it's more whiter, more brown. Now let's get it out. Let's separate the two. As mentioned earlier, there is a line of weakness between the two cuts. There's a line of weakness between the two cuts, so you just have to pass your knife slowly. No, there's no difference in price. Similar price because of the place there. We are getting the origin of the cut, and also both of them are boneless. Now let's just see the difference here. Now let's see a difference between the two cuts physically. Now this one appears to have lines. It's a lining. And this one appears to be broken, doesn't have a lining, just broken. So this is top side and this silver side. Silver side is good for slow cooking, is good for steak, is actually good for stews. Same case to this, but this is more softer compared to silver side. So top side is much softer because for a beef, it actually, this is from the hind leg. As you can see, these are muscles from the hind leg. So most of the time when a cow is walking on the hind leg, there are muscles that are moving. So when the muscles are moving, you're able to realize that there are muscles that are more in use than the rest of the muscles. So for silver side, it's a muscle that is actually in use most of the time, and that explains why we need to slow cook it a little bit. It requires more time compared to the top side. Top side, being from the inner part of the leg, actually is not having a lot of movement compared to the silver side. So that explains even how it looks like. More a bit darker. This is more white, lining mostly, and this is more a bit of not straight line. So you can see the difference between the two. It's more streamlined. This is more of the two. So this is top side, this silver side. Now, how do you like this processed? It comes in different forms. One, let's work on the silver side first of all. One will come with a fat cap if you are a person who really like the fat. So it will come with this fat. Remember, this is the hind leg, so it has a lot of fat content. Actually, the beef carcass that we are using today stayed in the cold room for around 72 hours thereabout. So the fat has drained a lot of water. That's why you can see it is a tiny fat, but it has actually dried. It has lost a lot of water. So either way you like it lean. So let's get a thin lean cut without a fat cap. So we're just going to remove it this way, and then just get a tiny cut without a fat cap, so that we do one without a fat cap. So we're going to trim it as usual. For people who do not like the fat, just as communicated, use our good knife here. Just pass it that way, remove our fat. Now, funny enough, this thing is very tough. You can see it shining, but even when you do the cook or the roasting, you can feel this part is actually a tiny small lining, but even when you cook, you're able to realize that this specific part is hard. So we have to remove it for you to be a more leaner cut. So we get it out so that this cut become very premium. Those hard parts should be removed for you. Now, how would you want it, block or sliced? So we are going to do different ones. You want it blocked? These are your blocks. So these are your blocks of silver side. Now, how about small cubes? For people who like the cubes, we'll just have to cube it for you. This is good for stews. People are doing the stews, and it forms part of most of this cut. We always convert it to boneless cubes for people who do not like the bones. So these are your cubes. These are chunks of silver side. Let's do now your strips or small tiny ones for pan frying. Also, these are different clientele. So if you're a person who like pan frying or small roasted strips, there you go. We can do this for you. Remember, it's premium quality meat, so the way you want it, we're able to provide it for you. So these are small tiny strips, good for pan frying, good for tiny steaks roasting. These are cubes, good for stewing, good for preparing meals that for people who do not like the bone part. These are actually the large chunks. These are people like roasting, grilling for the large chunks. It's also a good special cut. So these are our top side. I had earlier shown you the difference between the two, but now physically we're able to see actually the difference. These are all chunk of top side. So let's see why do we say it's different with the other one. Take a look from the other side. So you can see the difference now. Cut through and the one that is not cut through. So it's a mixture also, so it's just a weak line. Also, you can just visibly see the weak line and just be able to identify. As indicated, you can be able to see it's just a cut that you can be able to just remove it on its own without injuring any other cut, but there are still several we can be able to remove, but for now let's use this one for the first case. It has a fat cap, just like always. From the hind leg, you expect your cut to have a fat cap, but if you don't like it, we are going to remove it for you, and you're just going to pass a knife here and you're going to remove. But with the fat cap, here we go. Remember, we did mention that this small thing, as you can see, as tiny as it is, but once you're able to cook this or even roast, this layer will form a hard layer. This layer will be very hard, as tiny as you can see, as shining as you can see. So you're able to see. Let's get it out. So here is your special cut, but still with a fat cap. So if you will need it with a fat cap, we just send it down for you. This one are now blocks, but with a fat cap. Here's the fat cap here. We can do for you sliced. But with no fat cap. If you like us to remove the fat cap for you, as always, blunt your knife. If we send it down for you with a fat cap, you can remove it for yourself. So you just blunt your knife so that you don't injure the cut or injure the layer. That way. And you have your fat out. You remain with a leaner chunk of the silver side. With the hard parts removed. Let's do the cubes. Here you go. So for the chunks, for the cubes, you are able to indicate if you need more tinier than this, it will be done for you. Silver side cubes, and then we can do for you the strips as always for pan frying. Yes, and even a chunk if you need. So these are tiny for pan frying, for stewing, large chunks if you like that way, and just a chunk if you like it that way.